Greg from Making Tracks. Now this Cut 200 is probably one of the most well-known vehicles that we have wrapped in our paint protection film. So it's become a bit of a thing. We've had lots of Cut 200s come through our shop now, and I honestly think that's thanks to you, Greg.
Thank you.
Why not review this car? There is so many awesome options that you have done and modded everything, so tell us about it.
So it's a 200 series Land Cruiser. It's been chassis extended, GVM upgrade, with a full-time mount canopy, with a fair few extras as well. Yep.
Awesome. So what have you done under here? Tell us.
So under here, obviously it's a pretty big and heavy truck, so you want it to dance a little bit. So GSL out at Toowoomba have done all my performance upgrades. So obviously air intake, a full remap and gearbox remap, exhaust, and yeah, at the moment that's still at a safe tune. Obviously this is a tourer, so you want it to be reliable.
So Greg, when you first come in, you didn't have all of this set up. You obviously went to GSL after, so has that made a huge difference to the performance of the car?
Absolutely. So GSL have done a remap,
yep.
Gearbox remap, obviously the airbox and the intakes.
Yep.
Phenomenal difference. I couldn't recommend it higher. Apart from the car going much better, fuel economy is also so much better. It's for a heavy truck and getting it to you know, move a little bit and get better fuel economy.
Yeah.
Tick tick.
Yeah. Exactly what you need. Awesome. All right, so that's under the hood. Show me the rest.
Alrighty, so
where to begin, eh?
Yeah, so steady lights all around, like I highly rate those also. Over the years I've run a few different lights, and steady most certainly performs, and a good price, you know, like it's good sort of stuff. TJM bar, GME, XRS Connect, UHF. Yep. So yeah, they're a good product.
Now, I've had a couple of awnings, but this one looks super sturdy. What is it?
So this is the Darshi 270. Did a lot of research into it before I decided to put it on the truck. Build strength was everything.
Yeah.
You know, want to be able to go to the beach and have something that is going to take, you know, a little bit of wind. Yeah. Obviously it has legs that'll go down as well, and you tie it down, etc. But it's a really well built awning.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks good.
Yeah, thanks. The legs are built into it, so it's not something you need to go and clip into after you've set it up. Yeah.
That's great. And then what about who actually did the cut? Who did the chop for your 200?
So all the works were done by Custom RV Creations.
Yep.
They have their signature chop.
Yep.
There's nothing else available like it. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest in saying I wouldn't have a chop 200 series if I hadn't have found this. It's a overall factory look. Yep. If you didn't know, it's straight off the showroom floor.
Yep.
And the quality of it and the workmanship that's in it, everyone can appreciate that.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's super tidy, super well done. So did they do all the works in the canopy itself?
So I actually have a joinery business, which we've sort of just started doing these fit outs for anyone and everyone. So we use a lightweight 100% waterproof material. Obviously all the other specs that everybody else uses, but a lightweight 100% waterproof material. It's great. Yeah, so we've got hot and cold water, pressurized and gravity fed, so that's what we've got in here. The hot water is run through a heat exchange, purely because I didn't really want to chew up the space with a dedicated hot water system. 110 litre Dometic stand-up fridge.
And what about when you're cooking? What have you got set up for that?
So we've got actually 2 setups for cooking. We've got just your standard gas burner on the rear. And then in this particular drawer, we've got induction.
Oh, awesome. Bet the missus loves that.
She sure does. That
Makes it all that easier.
For sure. Induction cooktop and coffee machine, living life.
That is glamping. If I had a
Absolutely.
coffee machine, oh my gosh, I'd be camping every weekend.
You can't start a day without a coffee.
Oh, I'll just be like, oh, zombie.
Yep.
No, that's awesome. How good. Is there anything else you want to tell us about this awesome setup in the back here?
That probably covers the majority of it on this side.
On this side.
This little
Oh, that's my passenger side now.
this little box here is sort of where the brains are. So we've got a ARB dual cylinder compressor that runs everything on the truck: airbags, air hose reel, water pump, and 240 volt inlet power.
All right, now tell us about this banging booty.
Banging booty, yeah. For me, this makes this truck. I dead set love it. So obviously we run the ROH wheels.
Yep.
Yeah,
they look good.
Nitto trail grapplers all round. Couldn't be happy with those as well. Like definitely performing and lasting. So that's cool. So the rear drawer actually doubles as a table.
Yeah, that's handy. That's what I want. Good amount of bench space.
So it's a half drawer. Reason being is I've got a water tank in front of this drawer. Yeah. The GSL Love. Yeah.
Looks good. Looks nice and even, you know, like some cruisers sort of lopsided. I like that. It's really balanced.
Yeah, my OCD won't allow not symmetrical. Being a cabinet maker, like it's got to be right.
They have to match. If you're gonna do it right.
Yep.
No, that looks great. And
Okay.
what about this driver's side, eh?
Okay, so I guess this is the brains of the canopy and battery management side of things.
Yeah.
So in here we run all red arc. We've got a 2000 watt inverter, the full Red Vision system, 200 amp hour lithium battery. It's a Red Vision system. Red Vision, if you didn't or weren't aware, Red Vision you can control off your phone. Pretty well wire anything into that you like, and you can control it all on that unit.
Yeah.
So it's very easy for people that don't necessarily know how to fault find, because
Yeah.
this system literally lights up if you have a power issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely easy. One little problem and you can find it just like that and
Straight away.
self-diagnose. Yeah.
Get onto it. And I think what's so impressive, I've seen so many canopy setups, but
Yeah.
this is just so clean and tidy, and you can tell you're a cabinet maker because you have a place for everything. Like, it's
Yep.
so neat. You know, kudos to
Yeah,
you.
no,
Like,
thanks, yeah.
It's easy to find.
All the storage system with you know, everything. So this is the lightweight waterproof product.
Yeah.
It's actually made out of bamboo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's
That's what you want. It's minimal weight on the rear, right? When you've
exactly.
already got this much stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really enough. No, fabulous.
yeah.
Now, what is I know people always ask you, what is your favourite features of the car? Like anything
Yep.
additional that you've done?
So the probably the favourite features of the car would be the custom chop by Custom RV Creations. a product I'll show you in a second inside, the onboard air by Airbag Man.
Yep.
And then also your product. It's.
You don't have to say that one.
I know, but I'm the sort of person that I tell it as it is, and if it's a good product, like 100%, like I'll tell everyone about it. It's you know, it's been on the car for a year now.
Yeah. Has it been that long?
It's been that long.
Oh my god.
It's an old truck now.
Lucky
Yeah.
It doesn't look old.
Yeah.
The job.
That's right. So it's it's been on the car for a year now.
Yep.
Takes a fair whack to damage it, to the point that the only spot that I have damaged it, I've actually got a dent as well. So it's a decent hit.
and I did check that the paint's not damaged.
Yes,
Even
well, that's
though
perfect.
The film's damaged,
Yeah.
the paint's not damaged.
Yeah.
But yes. Enough about the slick ads. Show me the interior. All right, so tell us more about this onboard air.
Yeah. So onboard air is a Airbag Man product.
Yep.
So what it allows is the airbags that I have under the rear of the truck.
Yep.
I can inflate and deflate those on the fly.
Yeah. Wow.
So just here we have a gauge, which is obviously showing pressures, and then further in here another 2 toggle switches that inflate and deflate the bags.
So you don't even have to get out.
Don't even have to get out. So it's just some of the old school ways of hooking a air hose lead onto the rear of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore.
I mean, that would just make it so much easier, right?
So much easier,
So
like
much
whether.
quicker to get to a track.
That's right, and you know, when I've got the caravan on the back, I can you know, pump the car up accordingly to what sort of weights I've got around the place. Yeah.
Perfect. And is there anything else in here that you really love? I mean, it all looks pretty flash. It's not a standard 200.
Yeah. So we've got a constant rear run camera up on the rear vision mirror.
I did notice that when I jumped in. There's no seeing out the back.
No,
It's
no
sketchy.
seeing it.
So
Yep.
that's
So
pretty
there's
fancy.
that one.
Yep.
We run a RAM mount with the tablet for all our mapping and other apps that we want to run.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've also got an EC off-road plug-in for the factory system, so it sort of runs 2 operating systems, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we can change over to an Android operating system, which therefore we can also run HEMA, all those sorts of things, as well as any apps you like, Netflix, the whole get up.
Not for you, just for the kids.
Just that's right, yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. That looks fantastic. So now that you've been in this for a year, if you were to do it all over again, is there anything you'd change for anyone looking to cut a 200?
Yep.
Any advice?
I guess things that I would change, I did a lot of research, best part of 2 years before I started this build.
Yep.
So I'm happy at this stage that there's not anything really too much that I would change or do differently. Adding to the build, there's a couple of little minor things, but that's about it.
Yep.
With regards to the chop and the styling, if you like that factory look, custom RV creations all the way.
Yeah.
That's what they do, and they absolutely nail it. So yeah, but absolutely stoked with how the build's turned out. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for showing us your car, all the
No
ins
worries.
and outs. I think
Yep.
there's plenty of things that no one ever really gets to see, and at least not all together. So
No, thank you very much. Cheers.
thanks for coming camping.
Thanks for having me.
Let's drink some beers.
Absolutely.